Welcome to the part 5 of this project. Now, in this project, what we'll be building is the search functionality that when a user comes and search for a product, you can search with the description, you can also search from the title. So, firstly, we'll just make a simple search where the user can just search with description, search for any keyword within the description. Then we'll now move a little to searching with the Q object where we can search from the title and probably search from the description and probably search from the category. We might equally use the chain method to get results, but before we move to that, we would like to the sign in or the register form is not actually displaying properly. So this you can actually use the bootstrap class to beautify this. So all you just have to do, you can just go to bootstrap forms, then we can copy this. I think we need the form. Okay, let's just copy this. Just click the copy from here. Then you come to your, this is the register form. Let me push this downward a little. So you can just paste the bootstrap class there. Now, if you refresh, you should be having two forms. So one is properly arranged with the bootstrap class, but these are the things that we actually needed. So we can just modify the form a little. So since the method is post, we'll be using this. You can just cut this off. With your form here, you paste it here. Then you set your action. Then you set your method. So your method is post and your action. Move downward, copy this. Let me just cut it off. So we have the div, the form row. We have the label. So the first one will be the first name. So the input type will be text. It has a form control with the ID. So I think we need the name. Come back to this. Okay, the ID is blank. We need the name, which is first name, which is first name. Then the next is the last name. With the type also text. With the form control and the name, last name. So after the last name, we are having, what are we having next? After the last name, then we have the username and email. So you remove this address. The label should be username, which is also a test, and the placeholder should be okay. Let's just leave the placeholder blank, or you can say username there or enter username, and the name is username. Then we have the email. The label is email. So the text is email. The type is email, sorry. Then the label should be enter email. Then after the email, what text are we having? I think we're having the password and confirm password. So we have the password. The type is password. The name is password. So I think we can get rid of others. Get rid of this. Get rid of the zip code. We don't actually need the zip code. Then we get rid of we don't actually need this. Get rid of this. Then we leave the button, the register button. So the button should be register. So we have this form group, form row. You can copy this for the confirm password. So within the form row, you paste it here. So this should be confirm password. It should also be confirm underscore password. If you should refresh now, so we're having the first name, last name, username, email, password, confirm password. Okay, maybe the username and the email should be form row as well. So username and email. So we just make a div with the class of form. Sorry, div dot. That's how you make the class of form row. So cut off this. So the username starts here. The email. So you just paste it here. Then you can format your document so that it aligns properly. Okay. Form row, form group, empty. So now you set the call MD6. Same thing here. Call of MD6. So when you refresh now, so we have the first name, last name, username, email, password, confirm password. Then you have the register button. Now we can get rid of the other form. You can get rid of this. So have an account, just log in. So I think this is a bit okay. So you can equally do the same thing for the sign-in form. So you go to the login.html. So from the register, just copy the form row. So we just need these two. You copy this. Then we take the form. So you paste it here. Now we have the form row, the form group of, and the label is username. The type is test. The placeholder can be enter username. Then this label is password. The name should be username this time around. Okay, we actually have everything in form below. So we have the name, username. So the next is password, the name, password, then set the placeholder. So enter password. So if you should refresh now, you should be having the username and the password. So if you want it this way, you can still leave it this way. Then we get rid of the row end here. We get rid of this, get rid of this. Then we'll leave the login. So we need the button for the login. Just copy this button here. So here will be login this time. So once you refresh it, so you can log in. I think we have um, coding school, the password that we created. So you click login. So it takes you into the home page. You can equally log out. We are still within the home page. Whenever you log out, click on the register. So you can actually get this functionality from the Bootstrap form. Once you go to the Bootstrap form, you can choose from any of the format that you want. So it's up to you. Now we'll be working on the okay. Let me just reduce the width of the form. Let me style it from here. Say 50%. See what it gives. Okay, not here. Okay, so 50% is at the middle. It's register, so on and so forth. You can do the same thing with the login form. Now, what we'll be achieving this tutorial is to create a search functionality. So to do that, okay, let me close everything here. So to do that, you can go to the product. Let me collapse everything here. You can go to the product in the views.py. We have the product detail. We just make the simple search dev search. So with the request, now we need, let's say, objects or obj. Let's say obj is product dot object dot order by. So we order it by um, the negative of created at. In the models, we have created at. We can equally use this. We can equally use the updated at. We can equally use the title, whatever format you want it. Now we have this already. Then it should return render the request with product search. We've not created this file search.html. So we'll go to the template. Within the product folder, we'll make a new file called search.html. .html. Now we extend the base.html. So we block title, though we end block, then block content, We end the block. Then we say h1 search results. We also have to create the URL for in the product app, the URL.py. We'll make a path, call it search with views dot search, probably the name, not probably name needs, because we're passing the app name here. We're also using the namespace from here in the product. We're using the namespace. So we're passing the app name here. So we need the name here, which is search. So if I should go to the URL and type search, so it's giving this error. Okay. It's a minor error. So what I have to do, let me just cut this and paste it above here. Then I refresh. Let's make sure that okay. I need the comma. Okay, it's running now. And I refresh. So the search page is coming through. We have the search result, which was what we created. We created here. So our search form is in the top. Is in the includes. It's in the top bar. So we just have to. So is in here. This is where we have the search functionality, and the name of the input is Q. So once we have this, we can now pass. If maybe in your form you are not seeing the input name Q, just type the name and include the Q. So once we have this, come back to the views.py. So we can now make the condition that if Q in request dot get, then we say Q is equal to request dot get, then we're passing the Q. Then if Q is blank, that is if Q we use the obj is equal to, in this form, in this search functionality, we'll just use the simple search functionality that we can search with maybe from description or from title. Say product dot object, then we filter, we use the filter method dot filter, then we filter with the description underscore underscore I contains. So if the description contains any of the keyword So I content is equal to Q. Then we can pass in the object into our template. So we just use the obj, which is obj. Mhm. Okay, let me just make the context for it. Mhm. Context is equal to obj, obj. Then we'll pass that into here. So if I should refresh now, you cannot access the local variable. Okay, context should actually be aside here. It's obj. So if I should search with, we can actually get, okay. The reason is, so the reason we're not having any result is from here, we cannot set, we can loop over our results. Okay, let me just, let's loop over the results. Say for I, okay, for I in obj, let us end for, then we can say I dot title. Now when you refresh, um sorry, which of this product do we have here? I think we have a product here with the name, jacket, and the description KKK. If I should KKK here, it's not returning anything. Okay. So the reason it is not returning anything is we've not set the action in the top bar. So in the top bar.html, I think we have the form here. We set the method is get. Now we set the action to URL product, which is that app name, then the name of the part, which is search. Now, if we should refresh this page, I will search here KKK. So it should return the product that has anything KKK in it. If I should search for jeans, no search result is coming out for jeans. because we're always searching with the description. That if description contains any of this search word, any of the query, if I use K, it brings this. So if I should go back to the products that we have this product, we have these jeans. So in the description, we have for men. So if I should type men, because men is in the description, if I should type for, which is F, to also bring out this product. So that is how you actually get this simple search functionality. So this method is how you get the simple search functionality, but we will just move to an advanced, not really an advanced, but we use the class-based view to achieve the queue lookup, the queue object method. So if like in my project on Udemy, I worked on the class-based view functionality and I also work on the dev view. So if you really want to learn about how class-based view work with missings and class-based missings, you can actually look try the project out on Udemy. I will drop the link where you can get it at a discounted price. So now this is just the simple search functionality. I can equally say, okay, I want to search with title. So the title underscore underscore I contains. So any of my query in the title will give me. So if I should refresh and then type for jeans, so it will return jeans. So if I should type for KKK, there is no product because KKK is in description. Now back to the views. I can leave this as well. So to use the class-based view, we will import it from here from Django.views.generic. We need the list view. So we import the list view from Django.views.generic. Then we also need from Django.db.models, we need the queue because we'll be using the queue lookup method. Then in here, I can say, okay, let me just comment this out. So the class-based view is very simple. It actually makes things easier with just few lines of code. Now we say class um, we call it the search view. So we're passing the list view. The list view is from this Django.views.generic. So the model, we'll be working with the product models. So the template name, it's in the folder of products slash search.html. So once that is done, then we can get the def of query set. So now that we have this, the first thing that we'll do, we'll query it and say query is equal to safe dot request dot get get from the top bar in the form. We're having this queue, so we'll query we're passing the queue here. So now that we've set that up, we can now do objects underscore list. So which is the product? We filter the product dot object dot filter. So this is where we now use the queue object or the queue lookup to get the description, the title, and if you also want from the category, you use the category, then you use the chain method to actually get your result. But we will not be using the chain method here. It is very simple. But we'll not be using the chain method here. So now can I pass the queue with description underscore underscore I contains. So you pass in this query here is equal to the query, or so you use this to get your or, then queue with title underscore underscore I contains is equal to query. If you want the category, you're also passing the or and the category, so on and so forth. So now that we have that, we can just return the object list. We can return the object list. So we need to pass this to the urls.py. So in the urls.py, so we import that. So from dot views, you import search view. So we'll get rid of this. So we need the search. So we'll get rid of this views.search. I think, okay, we've already committed it out from the views.py. So now search view dot as, okay, as view. So once this is done, okay, our code is running. There is no error on the code. So when I refresh, if I search for KKK, I'm not getting any results. The reason is we have to loop over. Now I will just say from here for obj in object underscore list. So I pass in the obj here. So if I should refresh again, so you see that the jacket is coming through. So if I should say I need KK, jacket is coming through. I need men, jeans is coming through. I need jeans, the jeans is coming through. So I think from the, we need from the index.html, we just need to get some of the products. Okay, let me just copy this. Nope. Visual start, not by end. I need the product. Okay, let me copy the product. Mm, detail, add to cart. Okay, let me just copy this product. Let me just copy from here. Okay, let me just copy here. Then in the search, let me get rid of this first. So when you refresh on this page, so now we can say here is the search results. Mm, you don't actually need that. Okay, we can just say search result. Then I think we're having the first image here. Okay, so we'll loop over this. Let me keep collapsing them to see. We just need one so that we can loop over the rest. Oh, wow. So I'll get rid of this, collapse it again. So let me just get rid of all this and just leave one. So when I refresh now, I'm still having three. What could be wrong? Mhm. Why am I still having three? Let me refresh again. Okay, so we're left with one. So this is just a search result. Now we will loop from here. So I said for obj in objects underscore list. So we end for here. So when you refresh, okay, we're still having one left. Now we have, this is the image. We're passing the image here. So it would be obj dot image dot url. This is the name. We're passing the obj here to make sure that it's coming through. can pass the, let's get rid of this and pass the price. Obj dot price. So the jeans and the price is coming through, but the image is not coming through. Oh, my bad. So passing the template tag, which is obj.image.url. So we don't need this view detail, and that adds to cart. We start from here. So let's just get rid of this. So we need a situation where you click on the image, it takes you to the product page. Let me just pass the, then which will give us the obj dot get underscore absolute underscore url. So you click on the image, it takes you to the image detail page. So if I should come to the admin, let me open a new incognito window. Let's say the admin page. I think we should be admin. Password. I want to add another product. Let's say, let me say ladies jeans. Okay, I think we have to work on this automatic slug. So it belongs to the category of women's dresses. It has KK for ladies wear. Then in the document, in the image, let me just pick this image and set the price to $99.99 and I hit save. So if I should search for KK, so anything that has KK will come through. So this lady's jeans contains KK, has anything to do with K. So ladies wears. Same for if I say jeans. So that's how you use the class based view in Django. You see, with these few lines of code, we're actually achieving a lot. Unlike the dev function view. So if you are interested in learning about the class-based view and the class-based missings, you can look out for my project on Udemy, Django 4 and Python, building an e-commerce, a multi-vendor e-commerce project. I will equally drop the link, like I said, where you can access the project. So that is that for the search functionality. Everything is working. Thank you.